The makers of Chase and Sanborn coffee, the superb blend you know is fresh, present the Chase and Sanborn Hour. And your host, Don Amici.
This is the Chase and Sanborn Hour, and this is Don Amici, bringing you hearty greetings from our regular company, Nelson Eddy, Edgar Bergen and Charlie McCarthy, the Stroud twins, Robert Armbruster, and our special guests, a fine comedian, Ned Sparks, a lovely songstress, Loretta Lee, and a grand actress, Margaret Sullivan. We hope that you'll enjoy our show and that we can count you all as our friends, and of course, friends of Chase and Sanborn. One of Nelson Eddy's most popular pictures was Rose Marie. And now, once again, Nelson steps into the character of the young officer of the Northwest Mounted to sing us the title song. Nelson Eddy singing Rose Marie.
Oh, Rose Marie, I love you. I'm always dreaming of you. No matter what I do, I can't forget you. Sometimes I wish that I had never met you. And yet, if I should lose you, would mean my very life to me. Of all the queens that ever lived, I'd choose you to rule me, my Rose Marie. Sweet Rose Marie, it's easy to see why all who learn to know you love you. You're gentle and kind, divinely designed, as graceful as the pines above you. There's an angel's breath beneath your thigh. There's a little devil what I do, I can't forget you. Sometimes I wish that I had never met you. And yet, if I should lose you, would mean my very life to me. Of all the queens that ever lived, I'd choose you to rule me, my Rose Marie.
That was marvelous, Mr. Eddy. Simply marvelous. Oh, Rosalie, I love you.
Oh, wait a minute, Charlie. No. You've got the two songs twisted. I sang Rose Marie.
Well, that's what I said, Rosalie.
Yeah, but I didn't say Rosalie. I said Rose Marie.
Oh, did you? Well, we should watch our diction, huh? And I don't mean me. Oh.
Charlie, you don't understand. Now, those are two different songs from two different pictures I was in. Rose Marie and Rosalie.
Sure. Say, I got a swell title for your next picture.
What is it, Charlie?
Rose.
By the way, Charlie, now, how is the redecorating process getting along in Edgar's house?
I don't care what he does to his house, but he's not going to start fooling around with my room. I can tell you that. That's going a bit too far.
It's amusing, Nelson, that when one person tries to do something for another person, that person doesn't appreciate what the other person is trying to do, you know?
Yes, persons.
When you say a person doesn't appreciate Edgar, do you mean any particular person?
Well, no, I mean any person.
You mean me, and you know it. And I know it, too.
Charlie, there's no use arguing about redecorating your room.
Well, that's good. Thank you.
It's going to be done.
Now, Bergen, don't touch my room. You hear? I warn you, don't touch my room. You'll hear me?
Yes, I hear you. Marbles all over the floor, scooter turned over in the corner.
Yes.
Bicycle in the bathtub.
Well, the tire leaks.
I don't care. Stuffed owl over the bed.
That's good luck, Charlie.
Yes, rubber bands, Boy Scout knives, and bean shooters. The room is disgusting. That's it.
Homey is the word, Bergen. Homey.
Homey, yeah. And that clothes closet. Why, I'm afraid to go in there.
Were you invited?
No. Such utter confusion.
Yes, of course, naturally.
Yes. Shoes, socks, slippers, shirts piled on the floor in the closet.
Yeah.
I wonder that you aren't ashamed to look at it.
Well, personally, I never go near the place.
Oh. And another thing, that old box under the bed, that must go out.
Bergen, if that goes, I go.
What do you mean? Well, what is it there for?
Well, Napoleon sleeps in that box.
Napoleon?
Yes.
And what is Napoleon?
What is Napoleon? You don't know?
No.
Haven't you heard?
No, I haven't.
Oh, Napoleon, he's my pet raccoon.
Oh, I see. So now it's a pet raccoon.
Yes, quite so.
Yes. What do you think my house is, a shelter for stray animals?
I often wonder. Yeah. Those people you had in Thursday night for dinner.
All right. And that's another thing.
There's always another thing.
Yes. Not only do you fight me when I try to do nice things for you, but you insult my guests.
Oh, yes.
You're presumptuous, you're precocious, insolent.
How about whippersnapper?
Yes, you're a whippersnapper.
I like that one.
Yes. You rebel against my attempts at trying to educate you, and I give you my time, my money, and my best advice.
Yes.
Don't I?
Yes, you do, yes. When I ask for money, I get your best advice. Yes.
Frankly, Charlie, I'm at my wit's end.
You're telling me.
I hate to say this, Charlie, but in the past few weeks, your actions have changed my feelings toward you.
Yeah?
Yes. Truly, Charlie, I don't know what to say.
No?
No.
Bergen.
Yes, Charlie.
Maybe we've been seeing too much of each other lately. I don't think you like me.
Well, I wouldn't say...
That's it, you don't like me. That's it. Now, no, you don't like me. That's it. I guessed it. Listen to... No, please, listen to... No. You're not going to beg me to listen to... No, please.
I didn't mean to go as far...
No. There's nothing more than you could say. You've cut me to the quick. Charlie, no. I shall be gone before breakfast. Not even breakfast. Now, listen, if I have coffee, I'll leave a dime.
All right.
I wish you wouldn't hold me. Let go, man. You're hurting me.
No.
Help! Mother.
All right. What do you think you're going to do?
I'm just going away, that's all. Away, I'm going. I think a few months abroad will do me good. A month or two on the Riviera. A few months abroad.
Yes. You're going abroad?
Yeah.
Have you money?
Yeah. Well, I guess I'll go to Skinny Dugan's house for the night.
Yes.
Until this blows over.
Yes.
Bonjour, Monsieur Bergen. I am beaucoup happy to see you. I am so happy.
Who left the French windows open?
Charlie, this is my interior decorator, Mr. Henry Andrew Anton Amici.
Oh, no, monsieur.
No?
Pardon, but you do not say it correctly. The name is Monsieur Henri André Anton Amici.
Well, we'll call you Slug for short.
The boy is so funny. Monsieur Bergen, I have given great consideration to the decoration of your mansion.
Sure enough.
I have picked out some beautiful wallpaper. It is something very extraordinary. It is called oatmeal paper.
Oatmeal paper? That would be nice in the breakfast room. If you would get a border of poached eggs.
Poached eggs?
Yeah.
Oh, some yolk.
Yo!
Oh, the little boy is so funny. Monsieur, I have a most beautiful, very nice table that have carved lion heads on the corners and carved lion claws on the legs. Would you like that, Monsieur Bergen?
Have you got something with a carved turkey on top?
No. Just disregard what Charlie says.
For the game room, Monsieur Bergen, it is my idea to have a curiosity shelf. I have purchased for you the most interesting collection of old tankards.
Oh, is that so?
Oh, Bergen, Skinny Dugan's father is an old tankard.
No, Charlie. No.
Yes, he is. No. Yes, he is. No. A tankard is a large beer mug with a lid on it. That's old man Dugan, yeah.
You will pardon me, Monsieur Bergen. I have come here to have a talk with you, no? Yes. I have come here to decorate your house, no? Yes. I am an artist, no?
No.
Monsieur Bergen, I cannot talk to this boy. He is crazy. He is very close to an imbecile.
See here, you can't talk that way about Mr. Bergen. No, listen.
And now, here's some news about something that many of your friends are enjoying.
For a little while longer, you can get a big free likeness of Charlie McCarthy, just like the ones your neighbors and friends are now enjoying. If you've seen this likeness of Charlie, you know what a marvelous present it is. Over 20 inches tall, made of strong cardboard in full color. Charlie sits right on your knee and moves his mouth and eyes. And you can get Charlie free up to January 31st. On or before that date, mail us 4 bag fronts showing the date from 4 one-pound bags of Chasen Sanborn dated coffee. Dated coffee, you know, is a superb blend that's guaranteed fresh by our unique dating and rapid delivery system. Rush to your grocer freshly roasted with a delivery date plainly marked on the economical dated bag. Remember, this date protects you against stale coffee with its rancid, bitter taste and the dangerous effect it may have on your system. So enjoy fresh, delicious Chasen Sanborn dated coffee. Save 4 bag fronts, mail them to us on or before January 31st, and we'll send you Charlie promptly and postpaid. But please be sure your letter is postmarked not later than January 31st, the day the offer closes. So hurry. Don't miss this chance. Here's our address, Chasen Sanborn, 420 Lexington Avenue. That's 420 Lexington Avenue, New York City. Get Charlie while there's still time. Buy a pound of Chasen Sanborn dated coffee from your grocer tomorrow.
With our own Dorothy L'Amour on a well-earned vacation, we have with us...
Dottie, how I miss you.
Oh, now, Charlie, Dorothy deserved this little vacation, and if she's listening in, you mustn't make her feel homesick.
I know, Mr. Michi. I'll be brave. Dottie.
That's the spirit, Charlie. And besides, we have a very charming and talented young lady here as our guest in Dorothy's place, Loretta Lee.
Oh, well, introduce me, Mr. Michi. What are you waiting for?
Well, to followers of radio, Loretta Lee needs no introduction.
But I could use one, Mr. Michi.
Of course, Charlie. Loretta, this is Charlie McCarthy.
Hello. Oh, Loretta. I can't forget Loretta.
Oh, I know how you feel, Charlie. But didn't Dorothy even say goodbye to you before she went on vacation?
Oh, she not only said goodbye, but she kissed me goodbye.
Well.
Yeah. Not only that, but I got a letter from her this morning.
It must have been a very sweet letter.
No, it was kind of cross.
Oh, I can't believe that. A cross letter from Dorothy?
Yes, it was. In fact, it was full of crosses. If you know what I mean.
Oh, I guess I know what you mean, Charlie. X's mean kisses.
Yes, you haven't been reading the mail, have you?
No, Charlie.
That's good. There's one thing I can't understand. On the back of the envelope, Dottie wrote, slack, she wrote.
Charlie, you amaze me. Don't you know SWAK means sealed with a kiss?
I know, but I like to hear you say it. Sealed with a kiss. Oh, Dottie, Dottie.
I know how you feel. Absence makes the heart grow fonder.
What did you say?
That's an old proverb.
Oh.
Absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Oh, yes. Oh, Miss Lee.
Yes, Charlie.
What are you doing tonight?
Charlie?
Well, you know the old proverb, a bird in the hand.
Before this goes any further and causes Dorothy to cut her vacation short, Loretta Lee is going to sing. Her song is from the new Edwin Broadway review, Hooray for What? Loretta Lee singing Down with Love.
You lovelorn chillin', you lovers that grieve, the time has come to take your love-torn hearts off your sleeves. Look about you. What do you see? Lovesick, lovelorn, love-wrecked, love-torn, true humanity. There'll be no peace for us until this curse is wiped off from this love-mad universe. Or we might torment. Can't you see the light? Come, you fellow victims, let's unite. Down with love, the flowers, and rise and choose. Down with love, the brood of all midnight blues. Down with things that give you that well-known pain. Take that moon and wrap it in cellophane. Down with love, let's liquidate all its friends. Moon in June and roses and rainbows then. Down with songs that moan about night and day. Down with love, yes, take it away, away, away. Take it away. Give it back to the birds, the bees, the B&Es. Down with eyes romantic and stupid. Down with sighs. Down with Cupid, brother, stuff that dove. Down with love. Down with love, the flowers and rice and choose. Down with love, the root of all midnight blues. Down with things that give you that well-known pain. Take that moon and wrap it in cellophane. Down with love, let's liquidate all its friends. Moon and June and roses and rainbows end. Down with songs that moan about night and day. Down with love, yes, take it away, away. Take it away, take it away. Give it back to the birds, the bees, the V&Es. Down with eyes romantic and stupid. Down with sighs. Down with Cupid, brother, stuff that dove. Down with love.
With both Hollywood and Broadway clamoring for her services, our lovely and talented guest, Margaret Sullivan, managed to be a pretty busy young lady. First, a real hit in the pictures, The Moon's Our Home, and Next Time We Love. Then a grand performance in the Broadway success Stage Door. And now back in Hollywood to make more pictures. But tonight, Margaret Sullivan is going to forget work for a few minutes and have some fun with us in an adaptation of that boisterous Shakespeare comedy, The Taming of the Shrew.
The Taming of the Shrew, with Margaret Sullivan as Catherine and Don Amici as Petruchio. It is 15th century Italy in the town of Padua, where lives the far-famed Catherine, young, beautiful, wealthy, and the greatest shrew in all the world. But one man has dared ask her hand in marriage, a young gentleman named Petruchio. Only too willingly has Catherine's browbeaten father led her to the church, and scarcely believing in his own good luck, relinquished her to her new husband. Now in the courtyard of Petruchio's country home, his servants await the coming of their master and his tempestuous bride.
Coming from the church, Senor Grumio? And is the bride and bridegroom coming home?
Aye, Curtis, and by my reckoning, he is more shrew than she.
Curser than she? Why, 'tis impossible.
Tut, she's a lamb, a dove, a fool to him. Why, when the priest was done, my master took the bride about the neck and kissed her lips with such a clamorous smack that at the parting all the church did echo. Such a mad marriage never was before. Here, my master's coming.
Wait, Petruchio! Wait, Petruchio! Wait, I say!
Down off your horse. We are home, sweet Kate. Down, I say.
Wait, will you throw me down into this mud? Will you?
Down, I say.
Oh, master, right in the wettest place this side of...
Blasted with mud, I say. Ooh. And with your own fool fault, Petruchio. You pushed me from my horse.
Up on your feet, sweet wife. What a sight it is. bride's been making mud pies.
Hold your tongue!
Hold your horse next time. And now enter Sweet Kate. And you, Grumio, fetch our supper in. Sit down, Kate, and welcome. Nay, good sweet Kate, be merry.
They call me Catherine, that you speak of me.
You lie in faith, for you are called plain Kate, Bonnie Kate, and sometimes Kate the Cursed. But Kate, the prettiest Kate in all the world.
Talk not to me. I'll go and sit and weep till I can find occasion for revenge.
Come, come, you wasp. In faith, you are too angry.
If I be waspish, best beware my sting. Ha!
I swear I'll cuff you if you strike again.
If you strike me, you are no gentleman.
Nay, come, Kate, come. You must not look so sour.
It is my fashion when I see a crab.
Why, here's no crab, and therefore look not sour.
Oh, there is, there is.
Then show it me.
Had I a glass, I would.
What, you mean my face?
Ah, well guessed for such a young one.
'Twas told me you were rough and coy and sullen. But now I find report a very liar. For thou art pleasant and sweet as springtime flowers.
Oh, what I had never seen. Now must the world point at poor Catherine and say, lo, there is mad Petruchio's wife. To think I'm wed to one half lunatic, a madcap ruffian in a swearing robe.
I tell you, 'tis incredible to believe how rapidly I have won your deepest love.
My love, you mean my hate. I'll wreck your house, your glass, your chairs, your plates. So, and so, and so, and so.
Now, by the world, you are a noisy wife. But let me tell you, Kate, I am as strong of will as you proud-minded. So I do say that you shall yield to me. Oh, Grumio, bring us food.
Aye, sir. 'Tis here instantly, sir.
Come, sweet Kate, sit down. Will you give thanks, or else shall I? What's this, mutton?
Aye, sir.
'Tis burnt, and so is all the meat. Where is the rascal cook? How durst you villain bring it from the dresser? You knock-kneed, beetle-headed, flop-eared knave. There, take it to you, trenches, cuts, and all.
I pray you, husband, be not so disquiet. The meat was well, if you were so contented.
I tell thee, Kate, 'twas burnt and dried away. 'Twere better that both of us did fast than feed it with such over-roasted flesh.
But I am hungry.
Be patient. Tomorrow it shall be mended. And for this night, we'll fast for company. Where are my slippers? Open my boots, you rogues, you villains. Where are my slippers?
Grumio. Grumio.
Aye, my lady.
Grumio, I beg you bring me food at once.
Well, no, forsooth, I dare not for my life.
What? Did he marry me to famish me? If I beggars that come unto my father's door upon entreaty have a gift of alms. But I, who never knew how to entreat, nor never needed that I should entreat, am starved for meat. Giddy for lack of sleep, with oaths kept waking and with brawling fed.
What? My master doth mistreat me, lady?
That which spikes me more than all these want, he does it on the name of perfect love. And who should say if I should eat or sleep? I prithee go and get me some repast. I cannot whatso it be wholesome food.
What say you to a neat's foot?
'Tis passing good. I prithee let me have it.
I fear it is too choleric a meat. How say you to a fat tripe, finely broiled?
Yes, I like it well. Good Grumio, fetch it me.
I cannot tell. I fear it is choleric. What say you to a piece of beef and mustard?
Oh, dish that I do love to feed upon.
Aye, but the mustard is too hot a little.
Why, then the beef, and let the mustard rest.
Nay, then I will not. You shall have the mustard, or else you get no beef of Grumio.
Then both, or one, or anything thou wilt.
Why, then the mustard without the beef.
Oh, go, get thee gone, thou false, deluding slave, that feedest me with the very name of meat. Oh! Go, get thee gone, I say!
Why now? How fares my Kate?
Hungry and cold as can be.
Oh, pluck up thy spirits, for now, my honey love, here is the tailor, come to deck thy body with his ruffling treasures. Come, tailor, let us see your ornaments.
Yes, sir. Here is the cap your worship did bespeak.
Why, this was molded on a porringer, a velvet dish. Fie, fie! Why, 'tis a knack, a toy, a trick, a baby's cap. Away with it.
Come, let me have a bigger.
I'll have no bigger. This not fit the time. And gentlewomen wear such caps as these.
When you are gentle, you shall have one too, and not till then.
Why, sir, I trust I may have leave to speak. And speak I will. I'm no child, no babe. Your betters have endured me say my mind. And if you cannot, best you stop your ears.
Why, thou sayest true, it is a paltry cap. I love thee well in that thou likest it not.
Love me or love me not, I like the cap. And it I will have none. Belike you mean to make a puppet of me.
Why, true, he means to make a puppet of thee.
She says your worship means to make a puppet of her.
Oh, monstrous arrogance, thou liest, thou thread, thou thimble, away, thou quantity, thou remnant. Go, get thee hence.
Your worship.
Be gone and say no more.
Oh, but, sir, I beg of you.
Come, Kate, we'll find a tailor knows his trade. Romeo, my horse.
I cannot go so soon. Let me entreat you to stay till I have dined.
It may not be.
Let me entreat you.
I am content.
Are you content to stay?
I'm content. You shall entreat me stay, but yet not stay. Entreat me how you can.
No. If you love me, stay.
No. Go we must. Let's see. I think 'tis now some 7 o'clock, and we may come to town by dinner time.
I dare assure you, sir, 'tis almost 2. And 'twill be supper time ere you come there.
Look, what I speak or do or think to do, you are still crossing it. I say I'll go today, and if I do, it shall be 1 o'clock. I say it is.
Why so? This gallant will command the sun.
The sun. Sweet Kate, come, come. How bright and goodly shines the moon.
The moon? The sun! It is not moonlight now.
I say it is the moon that shines so bright.
I know it is the sun that shines so bright.
Now, by my mother's son, and that's myself, it shall be moon or star or what I list. Evermore crossed and crossed, nothing but crossed.
And it be moon or sun or what you please. And if you please to call it a rush candle, henceforth I vow it shall be so for me.
I say it is the moon.
I know it is the moon.
Nay, then you lie. It is the blessed sun.
Sun it is not when you say it is not. And the moon changes even as your mind. What you will have it named, even that it is. And so it shall be for Catherine.
Well spoken, Kate. But soft. What company is coming here?
Your pardon, sir. But here's a neighbor come to wish you and my lady well.
Good morrow to you, gentlemen, and to your lady.
Good morrow, gentle maiden. Welcome here.
Gentle maiden?
Tell me, sweet Kate, and tell me truly, too. Hast thou beheld a fresher gentlewoman?
My lord, this is no gentlewoman. You make a mock of this old man.
Why, what stars do spangle heaven with such beauty as those 2 eyes become that heavenly face? Fair, lovely maid, once more, good day to thee.
Young, beauteous maiden, fair and fresh and sweet. Ah, happy the parents of so fair a child.
Why, how now, Kate? I hope thou art not mad. This is a man, old, wrinkled, faded, withered.
Pardon, old father, my mistaking eyes that have been so bedazzled by the
Sun.
sun. Now I perceive thou art a reverend father.
Kind sir, and you, milady, this strange encounter much amazes me.
Fair husband, has not the time come to eat?
Mayhap. But first, come, sweet Kate. I charge thee to say what duty women owe their lords and husbands.
Thy husband is thy lord, thy life, thy keeper, thy head, thy sovereign. One that cares for thee and craves no other tribute at thy hands but love, fair looks, and true obedience. I am ashamed that women are so simple to offer war where they should kneel for peace. My mind has been as big a one as any to bandy word for word and frown for frown. But now I see my lances are but straws, and place my hands below my husband's foot in token of which duty, if he please, my hand is ready. May it do him ease.
Why, there's a wife. Come on and kiss me, Kate.
Oh, that was certainly a nice bit of wife-taming, Don. But I've got a hunch Catherine just found a better way to handle her husband. Anyway, our best brand of compliments to you and Margaret Sullivan for a swell job on the taming of the shrew.
Thanks, Nelson. The Chase and Sanborn Hour will continue in just a moment. This is Don Amici and the Chase and Sanborn Hour with Nelson Eddy, Margaret Sullivan, Edgar Bergen and Charlie McCarthy, Loretta Lee, Ned Sparks, the Stroud Twins, and Robert Armbruster. And to the lively tune of an old Negro spiritual, Nelson Eddy tells us the colorful story of how Joshua fit the Battle of Jericho. Nelson Eddy.
Joshua fit the battle of Jericho, Jericho, Jericho. Joshua fit the battle of Jericho, and the walls come a-tumbling down, and the walls come a-tumbling down. You may talk about your man up Saul, there's none like good old Joshua at the battle of Jericho. Joshua fit the battle of Jericho, Jericho, Jericho. Joshua fit the battle of Jericho, and the walls come a-tumbling down. Up to the walls of Jericho he marched with spear in hand. Go blow them ram horns, Joshua cried, "'tis the battle am in my hand." That morning, Joshua fit the battle of Jericho, Jericho, Jericho. Joshua fit the battle of Jericho, and the walls come a-tumbling down. Then the lamb, ram, sheep horn begin to blow, trumpets begin to sound. Joshua commanded the children to shout, and the walls come a-tumbling down. That morning, Joshua fit the battle of Jericho, Jericho, Jericho. Joshua fit the battle of Jericho, and the walls come a-tumbling down.
Nelson, your rendition of that song was entrancing, magnetic, and mellifluous. In fact, it was captivating, rapturous, and completely compelling.
Hey, what is this, Don? You're doing a stand-in for Clarence Stroud?
He's got me, Nelson. I find it difficult to express my appreciation for your remarkable attainments as a lyrical vocalizer.
Well, thank you, Don. And may I add that your ingratiating personality and your histrionic accomplishment on many occasions literally transported me to fields of Elysian delight. In the realm of a dramatic endeavor, you have no peer. You are incomparable.
Well, Nelson, I really don't know how to thank you.
Well, Don, I really don't know how to thank you.
Well, that really touches my emotions. Claude, that's what I call a pair of gentlemen. What I call a pair of liars. Well, you mustn't be so skeptical. Their appreciation of the arts is purely impersonal. Only this morning, Nelson told me that he and Don wanted to purchase your scenario.
Well, that's one way of getting it out of circulation.
What did you say, Nelson?
I said, how's your circulation?
Why, splendid, thank you. Mm-hmm. As I was saying, Claude, not only do they want to buy your scenario, they want to produce it.
Destroy it.
Yeah.
I beg your pardon, Don.
Oh, nothing, Clarence. I was just asking, how's your circulation?
Well, I just told Nelson it's splendid, fellas. Claude, aren't they magnanimous? Aren't they gracious? Aren't you hard of hearing? Well, possibly, but my circulation is splendid. You talk so much your ears don't work. Well, that's beside the point. You should be gratified beyond expression that an offer has been made for your scenario. Well, they know what they're doing.
Frankly, we do, and we're ready to pay for it. Now, let's get down to business. Claude, will you sell your script for $5,000?
All right, if you feel that way about it, we'll make it $10,000.
Make it $15,000.
Claude, can't you say anything but What's wrong with that? I'm getting $5,000 per
All right, $20,000.
$25,000.
$30,000.
Hey, what's the idea, Claude? Why do you boost the price?
Because you keep bidding against me. Claude, you are guilty of a tactical misconception. Why should you bid for your own manuscript? I know what I'm doing. $40,000.
Oh, now, wait a minute, Claude. How do you expect to pay yourself all that money?
I'll take a check. Well, that's ridiculous.
No, that's logical. It would be as good as the check we'd give him.
Gentlemen, before you go any further, perhaps you would like to know whether the picture will require an expensive production. How much will your movie cost, Claude? 40 cents.
40 cents?
Only 25 cents if you sit in the balcony.
Oh.
You know, Nelson, I've just been thinking, maybe Claude isn't as dumb as we figured him to be, huh?
$100,000.
He's certainly a tough bird to do business with.
$200,000.
Hey, we'd better get out of here before he convinces us.
Well, that's one way of getting rid of those fellas, anyways. I was saying, Claude, you will never get anywhere unless you develop a spirit of cooperation without further shilly-shally. Shilly? Shally. In other words, dilly-dally. Dilly-dally-dally. You're cute when you talk baby talk. Claude, I deem myself to be a monument of patience, but at times you exasperate me to the verge of despair. Well, I'm happy. I know you're happy about the whole thing. That's just the trouble. You have no aim in life, no purpose. You are a ship without a sail. I'm a steamboat? Well, that's ridiculous. You're not a steamboat. You're a steamboat? No, I'm not a steamboat. Well, you puff a lot.
Margaret, these are those two fellas I warned you about, Claude and Clarence Stroud.
Oh, very unusual. Twins?
Freaks.
What did you say, Don?
I was just asking, Clarence, how's your circulation?
Why, splendid, Don. What makes you doubt it? Claude, this is Miss Margaret Sullivan. Who? Sullivan. You must have heard the name of Sullivan. John L.? No, Claude, you're thinking of the late pugilist. Didn't he show up for the fight? Well, that's neither here nor there. Miss Sullivan, this meeting is most propitious. Your presence may serve to pour oil upon troubled waters. She run a gas station? Of course not. This is Miss Margaret Sullivan, the superb actress who has contributed many superlative performances to the cinema and who more recently scored a great triumph in stage door when she returned to her first love, the legitimate theater. She gave up the gas station? Claude, pull yourself together. Miss Sullivan is a great artist. Oh, she paints? Not at all. Miss Sullivan is one of our great stars. She twinkles? Well, what's the use? I'm beginning to believe that everything I say to you goes in one ear and out the other. Why should I stop it?
Margaret, you know, Claude has written a great scenario.
Oh, is that so, Don? What's it about?
Well, nobody knows, not even Claude.
I remember the love scene, and it's really very good. I've got it with me. Would you like to read it, Miss Sullivan?
Oh, well, I...
Well, all right, that's fine. We'll just read it now. Are you ready?
All right. We'll read the love scene. Are you ready?
Yes, go ahead.
I love you.
I love you, too. Well, why don't you continue? That's all. Do you mean to say that those two speeches comprise your entire love scene? I think that covers the subject.
That's true, Claude. But if I might, I'd like to suggest that you make it a trifle longer just to please people like Clarence. For instance, you could say, without you, my life is barren and empty. My every waking thought is of you, and at night you fill my dreams. I am yours, my beloved. I love you. I worship you. I adore you.
Let's be sensible about this thing.
Margaret, this is no place for you.
You'll have to pardon my brother, Miss Sullivan. His mind sometimes wanders. Claude, you must remember that Miss Sullivan and Don were doing excerpts from a play by Shakespeare, and I'm sure you will agree that Shakespeare is the greatest of all writers. Did he write the Rover Boys?
Oh, say, Claude, do you like the Rover Boys? Aren't they swell?
Do you remember the Rover Boys down south?
Yeah, and the Rover Boys up north?
And the Rover Boys way out in the Alps?
And the Rover Boys in the equator?
They certainly did get around, didn't they? I don't wish to seem critical, but must we restrict our remarks to the activities of these Rover people? He doesn't read much, Don. I deny the allegation. I have made a study of the literature of all nations, and I revere the name of Shakespeare. Let us continue our discussion of the play which was performed tonight, The Taming of the Shrew. Taming of the who? The Taming of the Shrew. Think I'll use that for the title of my picture. Well, you can't do that. Shakespeare wrote it, and you would have to get permission from the people who control the rights to the play. Why should I use a middleman? I'll go straight to Shakespeare. Sometimes I wish you would go straight to Shakespeare.
Well, let's both go.
Yeah, let's both go.
Well, if Claude starts looking for the Bard of Avon, I think he'll be busy for quite some time. Here's a bright new tune that's climbing to popularity, and with the help of Bob Armbruster and the orchestra, I'd like to sing it for you. It's called You Started Something.
You started something when you looked into my eyes. You started something that began in paradise. In one brief moment, a dream was spun, and my life had just begun. You started something, and it's way beyond control. I've been in heaven from the start. Just like a shower starts the life of every flower, you started something in my heart. Started something when you looked into my eyes. You started something that began in paradise. In one brief moment, a dream was spun, and my life had just begun. You started something, and it's way beyond control. I've been in heaven from the start. Just like a shower starts the life of every flower, you started something in my heart.
There is a gentleman in our midst who has spread sunshine in a very peculiar way. Ned Sparks.
Kind of a noisy place in here, isn't it, Don?
Why, that's applause for you, Ned.
Well, you might as well stop it. I'm sick of it.
Yeah, but, Ned, I haven't finished yet.
Well, get going.
Ned Sparks, a gentleman who is known on the screen for his big cigar and sober face.
You mean sour face?
Although in films he portrays the character of a grumpy sort of a fellow, in real life and at heart he is a most likable and genial chap.
Yeah, let's get going.
Quiet, Sparks. We say nice things about everybody. It doesn't mean a thing, though.
This is no place for me. I think I'll sit on the sidelines and watch the sparks fly.
So, you're Mr. Ned Sparks, are you?
I have been for years, you hickory version of Pollyanna.
Oh. So that's what we're up against, huh? Well, this is a great day for me, Mr. Sparks. I've seen you in pictures, and up to now, and now at long last, I see you in person.
Well, what about it, Wood Weasel?
Well, you certainly do photograph well. In pictures, you're just unpleasant, but in person, Charlie... Oh, no.
I didn't come here to bandy words with you, Beetlepuss.
Gentlemen, please. Let's keep personal things out of this discussion. Surely we can have a friendly tete-a-tete.
Yes.
Shall we continue?
All right, Bergen, yes. Well, as I was saying, Grumpy Pan... Wait, no.
Don't say it, Fire Hazard.
Bergen, I wish you wouldn't talk to me that way.
No.
Oh.
A kid of your timber ought to know better than hang around Sparks.
Why? You... Hold me back, Bergen. Hold me back. I'll take...
Come. Yeah. Mr. Sparks, isn't it true that you got your first dramatic training at college?
No, it isn't.
Oh. Isn't it true that in college you and Frankenstein were roommates? Oh, no.
Listen, you slippery Ellum Larethorio, I've heard that you've been getting a pretty tough guy. Up to now, you've been working with a lot of nice, kind people. Now it's different.
Oh, I see. Well, I'm willing to let bygones be bygones.
You'd better.
Jolly time we're having, isn't it, Mr. Sparks?
Is it?
Well, not as jolly as it was, no.
Listen, you've been talking out of turn a lot lately. Now that you find yourself behind the 8-ball, how are you going to wiggle off the hook, Wormwood?
That's the last straw, Bergen. I'll clip him, so help me, I'll moor him down.
Please. Can't we be friends?
I doubt it.
So do I.
I didn't come here to argue with you, El Fideldo. I came here to talk to Mr. Bergen.
Well, it's one and the same thing.
Mr. Bergen, I understand you're building an aquarium in your home.
Why, no, I didn't intend to.
Well, there's been a lot of talk about your building one.
Oh, I didn't know that, but I don't have any use for an aquarium.
Why? No home is complete without an aquarium. You've got to have an aquarium.
You see, Bergen, you can't win. Go ahead and build one.
Well, now that you've established this aquarium...
But I haven't...
Of course, you're going to have a lot of tropical fish, Japanese goldfish, Siamese fighting fish, angelfish, flying fish.
Yes, I presume that would be nice if I had an aquarium.
Well, you've decided. You're not going to go all through that again.
Yes, I guess I will build an aquarium.
That's fine, Mr. Bergen. Now, what you need is a fur-bearing eel.
A fur-bearing eel?
A fur-bearing eel?
I never heard of such a thing.
I never... Are you following me? No. I never heard of that.
Mr. Bergen, I'm offering you the one and only fur-bearing eel in captivity. An eel that's covered with the most beautiful, delicate, silky green fur. A denizen of the deep from the far northern stretches of the Bering Sea, sent to me by my old friend and companion, Captain Slaughter.
Sold to the lady with a green mustache.
Charlie, tell me more about the eel, Mr. Sparks.
Don't worry, he will.
Yes.
This eel is a very friendly little creature. For instance, if you want to get up very early, he'll wrap himself around your neck, and the next morning he'll sink his little teeth in your skull and say, Bergen, get up, it's 7 o'clock. And that's not all.
I'll take a bottle, Doctor. Oh.
Believe me, Alcibiades in the class by himself.
Who?
That's the eel's name, Alcibiades.
Think of that. Is that his first name or her last name?
One name is enough.
Oh.
And another thing. How's your bronchitis, Mr. Bergen?
But I don't have bronchitis.
You've got to get it. You get a cold, don't you?
Well, there are times...
How do you know it won't turn to bronchitis?
Well, I don't know, but it's reasonable...
If you don't know, why do you argue?
Bergen, you might as well get it. It'll be easier for all of us.
All right, Mr. Sparks, I've got bronchitis.
I knew you had it. This unique and extraordinary animal is a sure cure for bronchitis. Wrap Alcibiades around your throat when you retire, and the bronchitis will be gone in the morning.
So will Bergen.
Pipe down, puppet, or I'll unstring you. As I was saying, Mr. Bergen, How would you like to have a nice red salmon for dinner?
Oh, that would be splendid. Anything you say will be all right.
Just put Alcibiades down the drain pipe in the sink, and he'll be back in the morning with a 10-pound salmon in his arms.
What does he use for bait?
Keep out of this fence post, or I'll nail a mailbox on your chest.
Sweet kid.
Yes.
His face is sadder than a bloodhound with distemper.
Say, listen, Slats. How much would you charge me to stand around in my hall as a hat rack?
How much would you charge to curdle a bottle of milk?
Hey, Charlie, Ned, what seems to be the trouble here?
You came just in time, Don. Say, have you got an aquarium?
No, I don't have an aquarium.
Oh, yes, you have. What's more, you got bronchitis, too. You'll find out.
Here are some facts you'll want to know about.
If you act at once, you can still get the wonderful present that so many people you know are now enjoying. The big, humorous likeness of Charlie McCarthy we're giving away free. Charlie's over 20 inches tall, made of heavy cardboard, brilliantly colored. He sits on your knee and moves his mouth and eyes. And for a short time, until January 31st, you can get Charlie as a gift. Just mail us 4 bag fronts, showing the date, from 4 one-pound bags of Chasen SANBORN dated coffee. Remember, dated coffee is the blend you know is fresh. Guaranteed fresh by our unique dating and rapid delivery system. Yes, as soon as this superb blend is roasted, it's rushed to your grocer. And on the money-saving dated bag, you'll find the delivery date clearly marked. Your safeguard against the rancid, harsh taste of stale coffee and the harmful effects it may have on your nerves and digestion. Try fresh, delicious, dated coffee. Save 4 bag fronts and mail them to us on or before January 31st. And we'll send you free the big, hilarious action likeness of Charlie McCarthy. But please don't forget, the absolute deadline is January 31st. Your letter must be postmarked before midnight of that date. Take down our address now. It's Chase and Sanborn, 420 Lexington Avenue, 420 Lexington Avenue, New York City. Now, don't miss this chance to get Charlie free. Buy a pound of Chase and Sanborn dated coffee from your grocer tomorrow.
Nelson Eddy sings us one of the most famous arias of German opera. A song in which the hero tells his beloved how much he loves her, tells her again and again, and sings the praises of that happy day on which they met. Nelson Eddy singing Marschner's An jenem Tag.
An jenem Tag, da du mir Treue versprochen, als ich in Wohn und Schmerz zu deinen Füßen rang. Da ist in meiner Brust der Morgen angebrochen, gestillt, zum ersten Mal war meiner Seele Drang, gestillt zum ersten Mal war meiner Seele Drang. Aus trüber freudenloser Nacht bin ich zum hellen Leben erwacht. Du hast überschwänglich selig mich gemacht. Ja, du hast überschwänglich selig, ja, selig mich gemacht. lass die Treue niemals wanken, oh, lass die Treue niemals wanken, halt fest die Liebe in deinem Herzen, in dir nur lebe ich, in dir nur lebe ich liebe dich, so ohne Schranken, ich liebe dich, so ohne Schranken, ich liebe dich mit tausend Schmerzen, mit Höhlen, Qualen lieb ich dich. Könntest du je von mir lassen, könnte je dein Herz erkalten, hey, uns beiden dann, hey, und bei dem Gedanken fassen mich die finstern Gewalten, träumen zu grässlicher Rache mich an. Schon bei dem Gedanken fassen mich die finstern Gewalten, träumen zu grässlicher Rache mich an. Ich liebe dich mit blutendem Herzen. Ich liebe dich mit endlosen Schmerzen. Ich liebe dich mit blutendem Herzen, mit endlosen Schmerzen, mit Argwohn und Bangen, mit rasendem Verlangen, mit rasendem Verlangen. Ich liebe dich mit Argwohn und Bangen, mit rasendem Verlangen. Ich liebe dich mit blutendem Herzen, mit endlosen Schmerzen, mit Argwohn und Bangen, mit rasendem Verlangen. So lieb ich dich, so, ja, so lieb ich dich.
Borrowing the words of that renowned gentleman, Will Shakespeare, parting is such sweet sorrow. But we must say goodbye for Nelson Eddy, Margaret Sullivan, Edgar Bergen and Charlie McCarthy, Ned Sparks, the Stroud twins, Loretta Lee, and Robert Armbruster. Next week at this time, Dorothy Lamour will be back among us, and Lupe Velez will be our special guest. May I say to those of you who have listened to this broadcast that this hour with you is made possible by your purchases of Chase and Sanborn coffee. That's the best way we know of telling us you've enjoyed our show. So until next Sunday, this is yours sincerely, Don Amici, saying au revoir.
This is Wendell Niles speaking for Chase and Sanborn, and this is the Red Network of the National Broadcasting Company.